And they're celebrating Edge throughout this thing, and he's in Toronto, his hometown. And they have stars with comments about him and everything. And I don't know what date it was. It was, it was 97 rather than 98. I saw his tryout match. I've told the story. His tryout match with the WWE or WWF then was against Christian Cage because they were friends. And it was definitely in Toronto. I remember that because Carl DeMarco was there watching the monitor, and JR was whispering to me that he signed them both up for $300 Canadian a piece a week. So, but that, I guess they're counting his debut rather than the first tryout match. That would have been 97. And I'm thinking it was in the big building in Toronto because they used to run the Sky Dome there, even for house shows. Nevertheless, Edge versus Sheamus. And remember, they asked for this match last week, and our friend Sheamus said, I hope you're not making a mistake. And there was some tease of some tension, even though the cover story was they'd never wrestled each other. They always wanted to. They had a great background. He had helped Edge when Edge came back after the layoff due to injury, blah, blah, blah. So you just knew something was going to happen, right?
Well, wrestling history would point in that direction, traditionally.
Guess what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. They had a good wrestling match. I'm not taking it away. Good wrestling. They're two professionals. It was a WWE presentation. They started the match, went under 2 minutes to the break. They came back, went 4 minutes, went back to the break. And they came back and did some good stuff and worked hard. And the fans were kind of booing Sheamus by the time that he hit the Bowery beats or whatever. And Edge, of course, the hometown boy, was getting the big cheers on the comeback. And the fans came up at the end. Sheamus hit a kick and got a 2 count. And Edge dodged a kick and hit a spear and got a 2 count. And then Edge hit another spear and got a 3 count. And then they hugged each other. And then they went off the air. So apparently, for once, they told the truth. They just had this match because they were friends and they wanted to. And that was the name of that match.
What do you think about the rumors that this was potentially either Edge's last match, period, or at least his last match in WWE?
Well, I know I saw somebody on Twitter say, well, does that mean that Edge could go to Wembley Stadium? Well, no. For one thing, I don't think he's going to do that to a company that has made him a multimillionaire and he's worked for 25 years, on and off. Well, only off to be retired, not going to other promotions. I still don't think that even if it's the last match, perhaps, that he has under contract, I don't know that that means that he's free and clear of any obligations. Best still works for the company every once in a while. I don't honestly believe you will see that, whether it would be possible or not, but I don't think that he's technically free and clear of every obligation yet where he could just walk onto somewhere. But why would you do that?
Why would you have this as a last match? Is that what you're saying? Or why would you go to Wembley?
Well, no, why would you end like this? He's had a 25-year run with the company. They're still using him prominently, and he gets a big send-off in Toronto, and 10 days later he's at Wembley Stadium for the competition. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he needs to do that. I don't think the WWE is not giving him his notice or demanding that he retire. We haven't heard of any heat with him in the company. I believe I heard that AEW contacted him, before he ever came back to the WWE when he was still retired. And I can believe that because there's other AEW talents that live over in Asheville, North Carolina. But he came back for the WWE. There had to be a reason he wanted to do that. I don't think he wants to, get involved in whatever's going on over there right now. And I know you can say you never burn a bridge, but he can certainly get heat. with a company that's done a lot for him. I don't think he's going anywhere. He might resign or he might decide to retire again now that he's done what he felt like he wanted to do.
If he gets a crazy offer, but he brings it to WWE to match it or at least become aware of it before he accepted anything, does he still get heat?
No, I don't see how you can have heat with somebody for saying, hey, these chuckle fucks over here across the street are trying to offer me $3 million per match or whatever. Just, you want to give me an offer I can live with so I can tell them no and get them off my back, but I can't just go home and collect stamps. So do something for me. That kind of thing. And they probably, remember Bret Hart? At first, he was willing to take less from Vince than he was from WCW because he didn't want to go. And then Vince ran him off anyway.
So the lesson is never be nice to the promoter because they're going to fuck you in the end.
Well, where would you rather be fucked? In the end or right up in your face where you have to look at it too?
Well, that was Smackdown and the career of Edge.